But one of the reasons, in particular, why I responded to De Palma in a way that I didn't to Hitchcock is, and in particular, it was I'd said in the piece, I did feel the 50s morass of filmmaking held him down. Hitchcock really couldn't do what left to his own devices, I think he would have wanted to do. By the time he could do it in the late 60s and the early 70s, he was just a little too old. But if he could have gone where he wanted to go in the early 60s and through the 50s, he would have been a different filmmaker. Well, by that token, Brian De Palma was able to go where he wanted to go. He was able to explore the artistic minutia of the set pieces, of the violence. The fact that, Pauline Kael, amongst others, said that the X-rated version of Dress to Kill was better than the R-rated version, even though it was only a couple of frames and a couple of seconds from the elevator scene in particular.
The shower.
But those few seconds made all the difference in the world. You didn't see him cut her up the middle.
Right, which you do in the X-rated version.
Which you do in the X-rated version.
Yeah.
And that's an important stroke.
Completely.
Literally an important stroke in the film. Yeah. But also, and people will say Hitchcock dealt with satire of his times, and maybe to some degree in the 40s he did, and maybe even in the 30s. I don't see it that much in the 50s. But De Palma, as much as his films were... as much as they were the violent set pieces, as much as they were the suspense set pieces, as much as they were the cinematic set pieces, i.e. 360s, i.e. long takes, i.e. split screens, and all that kind of fun cinema stuff that he did, was a social satire going on throughout his entire career, starting with the hippie movies in Greetings and Hi Mom, especially with the Bebop Baby section.
Which is an amazing
one of the greatest sequences ever made.
It's called Hi Mom. It's kind of hard to find, but you can.
But you can find it, and there's a section in it. No one was better at doing movies within movies the way De Palma did. But, he's actually skewering the culture at large. The Peeping Tom game show that starts Sisters. Right. And forget about the African room that they go to when he wins the date at the African room, which is like a big version of the Congo and black waiters and grass skirts are showing. It's right up there with Joe Dante's Canadian theme restaurant in Gremlins 2.
Yes.
Where the Mounties are serving you. Can I get you another Molson's?